This scary story was sent in to me by a follower named Phoenix. This story has to do with witchcraft, the occult, spells, stuff like that. I'm sure she'll be reading the comments, so let Phoenix know what you think is going on with this situation. Anyway, Phoenix told me that her grandpa wasn't doing well with his health, and to be able to stay living in his house, she decided to move in to help him around the house and help with, just anything he needed. Her grandparents had been living in this house for over 40 years at this point, so there was a lot of clutter and stuff that they had accumulated over those 40 years. It was books everywhere, super messy, so they decided to go through it and just sort through all of the books. When they were doing this and going through the books, there was one book that they came across that really stood out to her, and it was a book on the occult. Now this was weird because Phoenix's grandma was never into anything like this, so for her to have a book on the occult in her stash of books was just super weird and out of character. And Phoenix said the book contained history on the occult, spells, and other related things. They were like, that's super weird, but they decided to keep the book because obviously if she's following my channel, then she's got a little taste for something spooky. But it was after they found this book and they flipped through it that weird things started happening in the house. She said the weird occurrences started with the lights turning off and on when nobody was near the light switches, and then it progressed into hearing voices, footsteps, noises in the night. Mind you, this is still an ongoing thing, so a couple of nights ago, she said she was laying in bed, her husband was sleeping next to her, when she started hearing tapping on her window. It's literally giving the window game. If you know, you know. She started hearing this tapping, and Phoenix knows that if you heard something in the middle of the night, no, you didn't. So she was just laying there, stiff as a board, pretending to be asleep, hoping that whatever this was would just go away. And then she started hearing whistling along with the tapping. She also said that the other day she was downstairs in the kitchen with her husband when they heard her grandpa yelling for help from upstairs. When she went upstairs to go see what her grandpa needed help with, he was shocked and said that he wasn't yelling for help. It wasn't him. And it's honestly sounding like this might be a mimic type of situation, because she also said that she's been hearing her husband's voice around the house when he's been at work. This situation is still ongoing, and Phoenix says that it's been very spooky living with this situation. And it only ever started after they opened that book on the occult and flipped through the pages. So if any of you have any idea as to what's going on, did she open some sort of portal when she flipped through the book? Let us know in the comments what you think is going on. And if you have a creepy story, then please email it to me in my email right here.